This practice is brought to you by Shanthi Project, a 501c3 educational nonprofit teaching social emotional resiliency through the practice of mindfulness.
So today, we are doing a mindful moment working with anxiety and stress. So let's take a moment here to just thank ourselves for showing up, for being present, and for caring and nourishing ourselves through this practice. And so just taking the time to be thankful, a moment of gratitude that we do get to show up in this space, that this is being offered to all of us. And then just take a moment to find yourself in a comfortable seat. So wherever you are in this moment, finding your feet connected to the ground or to the floor, and then just allowing the weight of your body to rest in the chair or whatever you're sitting in, just to feel yourself here. And so knowing that in this moment, you don't have to hold yourself up. You can let the lower half of your body rest down. And then just notice your spine. Just sitting up in a way that feels good for you. If you can lean back in your seat without slouching, just start to lean back. And then take a moment to just move into the shoulders and just notice, am I hanging on to tension or to any kind of feelings of stress right now in the shoulders and in the neck and in the back of the head? And then just checking with the muscles of the front of the face. Is there any smoothing out of these muscles or relaxing or resting of these muscles that you can do? And with all of our mindful moments, you have the option to close the eyes or to just gaze down softly towards your lap, not really focusing your vision on anything. And so that is your mindful body. So taking the time, taking the breath that you need to just shift around until you feel like you are in a position that will support you. And then begin to just check in with your mind and your body. Noticing any sensations that are arising, any holding on that you have right now, any tightness in your body, and just feeling into your mood. What is your mood and what are your emotions this morning? Just touch on that. How am I today? And just acknowledging whatever's being felt, whatever is arising, recognizing, and then just letting it be, allowing without any kind of judgment here. Now very gently begin to direct your attention to your breathing. Being mindful of the breath in your abdomen. Noticing for a few moments here as the breath is expanding through the chest and expanding through the abdomen. And then noticing as your exhalation There's a falling, a lowering of the chest and the abdomen on that exhale. And so just putting your attention right into the breath, noticing where it starts right at the nose, where that inhalation goes in the body, where that exhalation leaves the body. Just gently allow the breath to go in and out for a few more moments. There's no need to shift the breath. Just let it be your natural pace. You may notice that when you start to focus on the breathing, there's a moment where the inhale can deepen, where you may find that you can take in another moment or two of oxygen. And you might even become aware that you can deepen your exhalation, that more of the breath may be able to leave the body. You may even notice that the breath travels into the back of your body, expanding through the back of your lungs, the back of your rib cage. Knowing that the breath is always here for you. We just put our attention to it. Now gently withdrawing your awareness from your breathing. Shift our body to just a small body scan. Feeling into this body of yours, into the world of sensations and thoughts and emotions, and acknowledging whatever is being experienced. Noticing any sensation in the feet or the feeling of the feet on the ground. And then see if you can take your attention, your awareness for a few moments, traveling up the body slowly, stopping at the shins and the knees, on the tops of your thighs. Noticing what the back of your legs and your sit bones feel like here. How do I feel moving up through my torso? If I use a breath out, am I able to soften and relax or rest my shoulders down, loosening any of the gripping or tightening? Checking in with that bottom jaw. Can you loosen the bottom jaw a little, creating space between the lips and the teeth? Is there any tightness or gripping around the bridge of your nose and your forehead? As you breathe out, can you just soften the skin around your temples, even the back of your head? And then you're just breathing into the whole body. And we may notice from time to time that there is the tightness and the achiness. But we now know that we can use the breath to help us to soften these areas. And sometimes it's important to know that we're unable to soften those areas, that there's just too much holding on. But our practice informs us of this. We are aware. So letting whatever sensations are resonating or rippling through the body, wherever they need to go, we're just letting them be. We're allowing them. And the same thing applies to our thoughts and our emotions. Because as we know, the mind may wander to the past, it may travel to the future. And as the mind goes forward and back, I can use the sensation of my body and my breathing to put me right back here, paying attention on purpose, allowing and letting whatever shows up to arise without judgment. And so I want to be kind to any anxious thoughts that arise within my mindful inquiry. So as we're feeling into this body and into our mind, we may at times continue to experience thoughts of anxiousness, of worries, of fears. We can use this practice of mindfulness to investigate and even to discover potentially underlying causes of our fears. So you may notice that you are having these types of thoughts. So just be gentle and kind with yourself as you move through this moment, knowing that at times some feelings are going to persist. And I'm just bringing attention to those feelings and acknowledging what's there, what's being felt. And as you breathe, inhaling, feeling the chest, the abdomen rise, exhaling, feeling the lowering, the releasing of the abdomen and the chest. Just wading myself into feelings that are showing up with compassion and a gentleness towards myself. The idea that just as we dip our toe into a body of water to see what is the temperature, it helps us to acclimate. We're doing the same thing slowly with our body, using our breath to help us acclimate to what is happening, what we are feeling, what we are experiencing. Very gently dipping our toes into feelings of fear and anxiousness and worry. Just acknowledging what's there. We don't need to analyze or judge or figure things out. We're just feeling with our breathing into this experience. Where is my mind? What is showing up? What is arising? I am meeting with compassion. I am meeting with a gentle awareness. And it's just there. I'm not trying to solve the problem, generate a story, or figure this out. Knowing that there's no need to push ourselves more than we can handle. We're just working with our edges, finding our boundaries. And as we breathe, we learn to be with things as they are. Now we gently begin to withdraw from the mind inquiry of the practice. We come back to the deepening the sense of our breath. Feeling the abdomen and the belly rise on the inhale. And falling slowly on the exhalation. Just breathing in and breathing out. Staying as present as we can to each breath. Gently encouraging the mind to come back if it wanders. Now we're just taking a few moments to watch our thoughts. Just like we are watching our breath, the rise and the fall. We can begin watching the very thoughts we think, as though we're watching clouds flying above us through the sky. Like sitting on the edge of a river, just watching whatever is floating past us downstream. Beginning to observe the mind, even though the thoughts of fear are nothing but passing mental phenomenon. They're passing through the sky. It is passing down the river. We don't need to reach for it. We don't need to hold on to it. We're just observing, very similar to what we are doing with the breath. Observing the thoughts, noticing the ever-changing nature of our thoughts. And they are just coming and going. And as we become aware of thought and the traps we find ourselves in, we can become free. We're breathing, mentally noticing that river of thought, and just letting it pass, knowing that I don't have to attach, I don't have to hold on, I don't have to rewind or repeat. I'm allowing these thoughts to just flow past me. Now again, gently coming back to the breath, mindfully breathing in and breathing out. Now, as we begin to end this mindful moment, working with thoughts and stress and anxiety, just take a moment to remember all those that are being challenged with these feelings, all those living with fear and worry. Let us extend our well wishes, our kind thoughts of healing and of peace to all those living in fear. You may place yourself in that space as well. May we take these moments to thank ourselves for proactively taking this time. And as we acclimate back out into the world, knowing that we are not our fears, we are not our thoughts, we are not our judgments. May we not be so challenged by them today. May we notice them like the flowing river. May all beings, wherever they are, be free. May all beings be at peace. Remember that this includes you. So let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. And as you come back into your body, noticing your feet traveling back up through the torso, through the arms, through the neck and the head. Just consciously, if your eyes were closed, slowly opening your eyes, moving just slightly side to side and left to right in your seat, rolling your head around, and just putting yourself right back here in your body, in your space, in your home, or if you're at the office, in the office. And so as you move about your day, just remembering the breathing in and the breathing out, becoming aware of the rise and the fall of your chest and your abdomen. And then noticing when the thoughts of fear and anxiousness and worry arise. Can you just imagine them flowing past you without having to grab onto them or attach to them? Giving yourself space and time to just let them move on, knowing that we don't have to attach.